Greetings, my friends. I'm Dr. Vikram Jaggi from Asthma, Chest and Allergy Centers. Today is 2nd January 2021. Wish you all a very happy new year and may this new year be much, much better than the previous year, which was very tough for most of us. This is not only my prayer for you, but it is also my belief that this coming year will be much better in terms of COVID, because COVID vaccine is now just round the corner. As it is, the cases in India of COVID are coming down in India, in Delhi, and in Gurgaon. And to my mind, the vaccine is going to be a game changer, and we will be able to control COVID in a matter of 6 months or 1 year as the vaccine gets rolled out. A lot of my patients are asking questions about COVID vaccine, and this meeting or this small video is in relation to that. They are a little worried. The questions are in the form of, we have normally heard that vaccine process takes about 7-10 years. How is it possible that this time within a year scientists and the companies have been able to produce a vaccine? Have corners been cut? Has it been done rather quickly, too hurriedly, under political pressures? Is it going to be safe? Is safety compromised? When it comes, should I get it? Should I wait for some other people, guinea pigs, to get it before I get it? Suppose I've had a previous infection with COVID, say in the beginning of the COVID pandemic, say in March or April. Should I still get it? How long will the immunity last? Will I have to get it done 6 monthly or yearly? And if I have a choice, then should I take this vaccine or that vaccine, because so many different names are coming? These are some of the questions, and this is what I want to address in a very simple way today. It is my considered opinion that vaccines have been the single most important medical advancement in the history of medicine. Vaccines have saved more lives all over the world, more lives than what drugs have done. Some diseases have been completely removed, eradicated from the face of the earth. Smallpox. Measles and mumps are under control. Tetanus is under control. Polio is completely under control nowadays. It's all because of vaccination. It's not because of herd immunity. All these things didn't happen because of herd immunity, that people naturally got infected and eventually the disease died out. With COVID, we hear a lot about herd immunity. Of course, if we leave it completely unchecked, it will run its course, it will rampage through. It will take a very heavy toll, kill a lot of people on the way, and eventually herd immunity will develop, but it's too heavy a price to pay. Vaccination for COVID infection is a much, much better way and a faster way and a safer way to get hold of this pandemic. The first and foremost question is, has safety been compromised because it has been very hurried up? Vaccine process, development process takes a lot of time. We know that. It takes 5, 7, 10 years normally. But then, these things are being developed at a very easy pace. Bureaucratically, red tape, everything. You'll write a letter today, somebody will receive it after 1 month, will reply after 2 months. Extraordinary circumstances merit extraordinary reactions, and this is what has happened in terms of COVID. Everybody has collaborated. All the universities, governments, everybody has collaborated. Information has been shared, red tapeism has been removed. Things which were happening sequentially have happened simultaneously. Hence, we have a vaccine which has come out within a year or so. Many people who are authorities in this line have studied this carefully, and it is also my assessment that corners have not been cut, scientific rigor has been followed, political pressures have not been taken into consideration. People have taken their time. All the regulatory bodies have taken their own time, satisfied themselves, and only then said yes to one or the other vaccine. So that, to my mind, is not a big issue. We are hearing of so many different kinds of vaccines. Some are mRNA vaccines, which is an entirely new technology. the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine. It's available in USA, it's available in UK. It's being given. Very effective, 95%, 2 doses, like most of them, given about 3 or 4 weeks apart, like all such COVID vaccines. Not going to come to India immediately because of logistic reasons, that this has to be kept and transported at very low temperatures, -70 and -20. This kind of facility is not readily available all across India. Of course, eventually it will come. The vaccine which is going to come to India within a few days is Covishield. Oxford, it's a collaboration between three parties. Oxford, which is a university, AstraZeneca, which is a very big multinational pharmaceutical company, and Serum Institute of India. Covaxin is also going to come, which is completely indigenous, which is a collaboration between ICMR and Bharat Biotech. These are vaccines which are like normal vaccines, so they have to be still stored at 4 to 8 degrees, but they do not require ultra cold refrigerators, etc. All these vaccines for COVID are, generally speaking, 2 doses are required. They are required one now and one after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks is different. If you are getting one vaccine, you have to take the second one also. With one vaccine, you will not get sufficient protection, just about 50% or so. When you get the two vaccines, and after that 15-20 days, the vaccines will give you protection to the tune of between 70 to 95%. It varies. So as we are studying them, more and more data keeps happening on a day-to-day basis, and more clarity will happen. Which vaccine should you get if you are given a choice? First and foremost, to my mind, the choices are not going to be immense in the beginning. Whatever vaccine your government has or your area has approved for you, it has gone through a good process. Go ahead and take it. All are effective to a lesser or more extent. Similar side effects. Talking about side effects, let's pause here a bit and understand that all vaccines, all drugs have the potential to give some side effects. There is no therapeutic agent, dawai, drug, vaccine, which can give improvement to people but can never cause any side effect. It's not possible. So vaccines, all vaccines have had side effects. Minor ones are very, very common, and they are welcome in fact. Fever, pain at the site of the injection, body ache, headache, feeling a little listless. This is very, very common. It is just a proof that your body's immune system has recognized it and has mounted an immune response to it, which is excellent. Hence, you will get protective antibodies and long-lasting cell-mediated immunity against the disease, which is good. Serious side effects, anaphylaxis, transverse myelitis, and things like that, which are serious problems, do happen at times, but very rare. 1 in 5,000 or 1 in 10,000. For other vaccines, so also for COVID vaccine. But when we hear about this or think about it, we have also to think, why is any person getting the vaccine? Because he wants to prevent COVID infection, which has a mortality of about 1 to 2%. If 100 people get COVID infection today, approximately 2 of them are not going to make it. So it's a serious problem. So as opposed to 2%, there you have 0.001% or something like that. So you have to take this into account. How long will this immunity last? Suppose you get a vaccine. Nobody knows for sure. Probably months, probably a year. But this will be determined, of course, later on. It's too early to say. Will this immunity be strong? Will it be better than the immunity that you get when you get a natural infection? Surprisingly, and this is contrary to most other diseases, the immunity you get after COVID vaccine is stronger and more robust than what you get when you get COVID actually. When you get a natural disease, you get some immunity and it's very strong. COVID, there is a difference here because COVID infection is not a usual run-of-the-mill infection. It hijacks the immune system. So when a person is having COVID infection, a part of the immune system is hijacked and it cannot mount an adequate protective antibody response. Hence, the immunity is not very robust or long-lasting. On the other hand, when you get vaccine, you're not getting any disease. You're not getting the COVID disease. You're just getting a protective boost up of immunity. Hence, the immune protection you get is very, very long lasting and strong. This is an important point. How much is it going to cost? The first line workers, the healthcare workers, the frontline workers, people who are above the age of 50, which the government has identified, and they're going to roll it out, I'm sure, very, very systematically. They are going to use the election model for doing it. An election in India, we know that is such a complicated process but goes on effortlessly. They have identified these things, and probably the first line people will not be paying anything from their pocket, but even when it becomes available in the open market, it's not going to be terribly expensive. So to summarize in a nutshell, the vaccine is going to be around the corner. It's coming. Whatever is available, one should go ahead and take it, not have too many reservations about it. When you get the injection, stay in that injection site for some time, lest you have some reaction and you're out of it. So stay there for some time so that it can be tackled over there. Do not hesitate. Take the vaccine. This is good for you personally, for your family, and for the community at large. Thank you very much.